What is up, guys? We are here at the Firm, the Florida International Rally and Motorsports Park, and it's a track day. Spectro Racing is the host for this event. We just got here, we just unloaded the car, and we just completed tech inspection, and we're about to hit the track. So we're in the morning open session, which means one lap in, out, and it's a great situation for me, since I've never been on this track before, to learn the surface, learn the corners, and pretty much just get a feel for it. After lunch, we're gonna have open lapping, and it's going to be nuts. So let's get after it. All right, guys, we're here getting situated, just pretty much going through our checklist. Welcome back to those who have been longing for another track video. This one's gonna be a fun one. Like I said, we are here at the Firm. We're in the pits right now. The track actually begins over there. And like I said, this is an open session. So by open session, I mean it's 20-second intervals, one car at a time, one lap, and you come in and then you pretty much regrid. It gives me the morning to pretty much learn this track, which is crucial because the majority of my track experience is from Sebring, and I have to apply what I know here, but totally different surface, very sandy, and just gotta learn it. So let's hit it. Let's start the car, let's get gridded, and let's enjoy our first run at the Firm. One thing to note, I do not have my tire pressure set. We're still sitting about 34 PSI square right now. We're gonna learn the track first before I start messing with tire pressure and pushing. Hello, beautiful. Some of you guys were asking me why I wear these gloves. It's 84 degrees right now. It's supposed to be, in the low 90s today. And this is just something to prevent me from having too much sweat in my hands. Going back and forth between the shifter and the steering wheel really helps with grip. So, these are just some OMP racing gloves. Cool thing about them is they have these external stitches, so they feel really good when you have them on your hands. Okay. You have the red GT, right? Yeah. Okay. That thing's an absolute beast. So come to the cone and stop?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have a lot of track experience, but just first time here, I'd rather.
Okay, we're not going full throttle, so because I don't have my helmet.
Whenever you're ready.
So the big thing is when you get to this turn right here is kind of a blind turn, and it's up and very hard to the right. It's greater than 90 degrees. So you can see right
wow.
here.
Yeah, look at that.
That one always messes up people. And this one's just kind of a little bit of a trail break, and then you get into it. And then you have a 90-degree turn here, coming up at the end of the cone there. And then you have another 90-degree turn.
Do you need to use that apex there, or is it better to kind of just late
I hit the apex.
it?
Okay, so now you have kind of like a slalom here. Now you ignore that, I don't know why.
Okay, so let's go straight here.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a wiggly slalom. And then you have a very hard turnaround. So coming out of here, you have a long straightaway to turn 8. This is where you can really fuck up your car. So I always just take it easy because you have a railing right
47-pound injectors. It usually runs on E, but I have 93 just because, you know, I'm far away from home.
This isn't the car. I watched one of you guys' videos and you ran like some ridiculous time in OSW.
Yeah, this is it.
And you kept slipping the clutch.
Yeah, this is it.
Oh, this was this car?
Yep, this is the car.
Alright, man, we'll have fun.
Yeah, man, thanks again. I appreciate that.
Another 30 minutes or so. And then are you doing the open track?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Great. Thanks, man. Man, this track is tight, guys. I've studied the maps, you know, last night looking at some things, but man, this thing is tight. I mean, we're definitely going to push, but I'm not going to go balls to the wall over near that wall. That thing is super intimidating, and I do not want to have a situation upon my hands. Once I get my bearings here, guys, we'll put the lap timer up and get some better data for these laps.
Get on it this time?
A little bit more. I'm just incrementally going to get after it. First time out, so it's not, you know, this is my second lap here, so I'm not going to go too hard, but
all right, well, whenever you're ready.
You'll still hear it. All right. Guys, 35 psi street pressure is not gonna cut it right now. This I am just pushing everywhere, understeer as much as I want. We'll leave it at 30. So we had a little bit of a off-road excursion back there at the start of the lap and towards the end. That was just my mistake. I'm so used to pushing hard out of corners, and I just, you know, there's not that much room here. Personally, it's honestly really nice to be able to push, and it's okay to go off the track here because, you know, it's a learning session. If you were able to do that at Sebring, you'd be at a wall pretty much, and you'd be at a lot higher speeds. So this is such a safe environment to do this in. I love it. What I'm coming to find is this isn't really a momentum track. This is all about rotation here. And then once you allow the car to rotate, just apply the power and just, you know, lean on it.
Good.
Thanks. Good?
Yep.
Catted stainless power long tubes.
It's catted?
Yeah, and then of course extreme catback.
Okay.
Yeah, she likes to scream. Yeah. Gave you a little bit of a drift coming out of here last time, but it was pretty fun.
You're good.
All right. Easy here. Shoot it as a double apex. Well, I was just informed this will be my last run for the morning session, and we're gonna go to lunch. So advanced track off, everything's off, we're just out here having a ball. So let's get it done.
That was a pretty good trip last time.
Yeah, you like that?
All right, whenever you're ready.
She spun. Well, this is courtesy of the curb. Ouch. That was fun. Okay guys, it's lunch. So we have about an hour to kill. We're going to just go down the street and get a quick bite. And when we come back, it's the open lapping session. So we're not just gonna have one lap in and out. We're going to have pretty much 30-minute sessions and gotta just make sure we keep the car cold. The track is an absolute blast. What a layout. A little short, but that's okay. It's very tight, very technical, and it's so much fun to slide. And they let you slide. It's not like there's a, you know, they're not going to slap your wrist for getting the car sideways. It's actually encouraged. Okay, now it's time for that next session, time for the open lapping. So I'm in run group number 1 in the advanced group. The guys from Spectro are also in the advanced group, but they're split between 4 groups. Right now it looks like there's only 3 people in my group, including me. So that means we're gonna have pretty much an open track. It's me, a first gen Porsche Boxster, a 981 Cayman S with a PDK, and then the loudmouth. So let's saddle up and let's get out there. All right, we're good. All right, here we go. was that the checkered though?
No.
Oh, I thought it was the checkered. I'm sorry. It's okay, guys. That's the end of the session. Car is hot. Really, really fucking hot. We're just gonna let it idle cold. Cylinder head's 241. Coolant is really, really high. Come on, baby. 237 on the coolant. We're just gonna let it slowly cool. Hood's up. We're about 10 degrees over really where I'd want it to be. 232 on the coolant's really, really hot. You know, 243 cylinder head temp. It's getting up there. 232 on the coolant.
Oh yeah.
So that's up there. Usually, I mean, I was like 10 degrees colder on Sebring, but there's so much more like room to cool the car, you know?
Gotcha, yeah.
And plus the last few laps I really got cooking in terms of speed.
Dude, you're pretty aggressive.
I know.
I was like, wow.
It's fun, dude. This corner right here that you can just pretty much steer straight and just throttle the car around the corner is perfect. It's so fun.
I didn't see you drive before, and I was like, holy shit, really?
Yeah. No, this car can surprise a lot of people. I mean, it's got the power for speed and stuff like that, but all it is just a base GT suspension with an iBox spring, and then some high temp pads and fluid, stock rotor, stock, no everything else. Bars, no sway bars, no nothing, just all stock. No. We're starting to get cooler here. Coolant's back down to 192, cylinder head temp back to 199. The car was really, really hot coming in, and it sort of lends itself because the track is just so short. You know, you don't have these really long straights to cool the car. It's just braking zone, braking zone, braking zone, braking zone. And it's really mainly second and third gear, that slight dip into fourth. You really got to get going third, fourth gear for long stints to really cool the car on track. So we're just outside the gate here doing some laps, getting her cool, and she'll be fine. No issues with the car though. No CELs, no nothing with going that hot. You know, it was just for a short period of time, so you know, everything's okay. It wasn't in extreme danger. You know, the coolant wasn't really, I mean, the coolant's hot. I might just need to do a coolant flush when we get back home, along with an oil change, but so far it's all good. It's hot, guys. It's so hot. All right, we're gonna go put her in the shade, at least just the engine. We're gonna put just the bonnet under the shade of this pine tree here, just to let it start to keep cooling down. Okay guys, our session just completed. We're off in the paddock now, just hanging out really. The car got really hot, as you saw. So, you know, cylinder head temps over 240, coolant temps over 230. Wasn't really comfortable staying out there any longer than that. I actually got confused towards the end of the session thinking that they had the checkered out, but we had like 6 minutes left. There's a couple more sessions to go, and I actually have the option of running in them. However, I'm gonna elect not to do that. Mainly just because of heat. It's over 90 degrees outside right now and I'm burning up myself, but it's really not ideal for coolant. I'm definitely gonna need to do a flush by the time I get back home today. But overall, this event was super fun. I have to shout out Spectro Racing and the guys over here who run the firm. It was just an absolute pleasure to come here for the first time and experience all of this stuff. It's just an absolute playground for people like me. As always guys, smash that like button for another awesome track video. It was an absolute blast. Leave me some feedback in the comments. I'd love to see what you guys think about this day. I listened to you guys who wanted another track video, and here it is. I'm gonna be back here at the firm again really soon. There's an event next week in Daytona that I'm really thinking about doing. As always guys, I will catch you in the next video. Have a good one. See ya.